Do you know the phrase, laughter is the best medicine?
I am familiar with that phrase, yes.
I'm pretty sure whoever thought of that never tried tickling as a cure for diarrhea.
Welcome to our next Will It Run video.
Yep, it runs.
Well, what we got here, guys, is a 97 F350 dump truck with a 460 and a ZF5 5-speed manual transmission that currently does not drive. Does, however, run. Go ahead and shut it off, Caitlin. Let's give the old girl a walk around here. Flip that key back on, see how many miles are on this thing.
It's 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3.
What?
Or 2.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Huh. How about that? So pretty low mileage work truck. It might be the lowest mileage truck we've ever owned. So we did buy this from a friend of ours, and Rogers actually let us know after I told him over the phone, yep, I'll buy it. He let us know that he'd been charging the battery. So we kind of had an idea that was going to start. And he told us that it ran. Over a year ago, I think he said was when they parked it. Basically, the truck will not go into gear, and the clutch pedal has a permanent home on the floor. So we have a clutch problem to figure out here. We're going to try and figure that out today and see if we can drive it home. If we can't, we're going to be flat towing it, which means we're going to have to drop the drive shaft from the rear axle and strap it up so it doesn't turn, and then we'll just flat tow it with the old dodgy Chevy there. So super hot day out here today in northern Ohio.
Upper lip is sweating.
Humid. Caitlin's upper lip is sweating. Gross. So we basically just brought a few essentials with us, tow strap being the most essential. Our trusty travel kit, gear wrench toolkit that I've been using for years. We basically use this thing to build 3 or 4 trucks now. Kind of got, oh, hey, Caitlin was driving over here. Hit a few bumps. Anyways,
Didn't you
basically
get this when the
got
RV broke down?
everything we need. I did buy that when the RV broke down. More importantly than all that, we got in the old Coleman cooler here.
Oh, is there water in there actually?
I have waters.
Nice.
See? I think of everything. Usually after the fact. Caitlin, we need to grab your toolkit there that you just reorganized and get underneath that truck, because I think the first thing we're going to try and do is pull the inspection cover and see if that clutch plate is frozen or the throwout bearing is not moving, and that's why the pedal's not returning. I suspect that what we've got here is one of 3 possibilities. Throwout bearing's not moving, clutch plate is frozen, or there's some sort of problem with the bushings or linkage on the pedal assembly. I had a ZF6 manual transmission in a 2001 F350, which is not the same setup here. It's not even the same pedal assembly, so the linkage isn't the same. But I did have one that had trouble starting if you didn't have the pedal like smashed through the firewall, and it wouldn't go into first gear and 6th gear. And I bought it cheap because the guy had pulled the transmission to get it rebuilt because it wouldn't go into 1st or 6th gear. And while the transmission was at the transmission shop, the scrapper came in overnight and scrapped all the guts out of his transmission. And the transmission shop said, sorry, we don't have guts to rebuild it. You're out of luck. So he sold me the truck for like $1,100. I went and bought a $600 transmission from a junkyard, put it in there, and guess what? 1st and 6th gear wouldn't work. What did it take? About a $3 plastic bushing, and then I had 1st and 6th gear. So we're going to check the linkage out for sure. Brand new tires. That's actually one of the biggest reasons I said, yes, we'll take it. So Roger bought this truck brand new in 1997. One owner truck. And it does have the big block 460 in it. Let's get that popped open here. And as you saw, it's pretty low mileage vehicle, but it was a company truck. And so he, pause. So he used it as a company truck for, well, 27 years, 28 years, 28 years. And you know how company trucks go. Your employees drive them, they use them, they abuse them, they work them hard, they don't care too much about them because they're not theirs, and you end up with a pretty low mileage, but I think fairly well-worn truck. However, you heard the engine start, runs smooth. He did say it burns through a little bit of oil, but it's got a battery in it that's only 4 years old. That might be one of the newest batteries in the entire fleet. Did you find what you're looking for there, Caitlin?
No.
No?
No.
Like you need my help to find exactly what you're looking for?
Yeah.
That inspection plate right there.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Those bolts. Spray those.
This,
yep.
That one, and
then up here in front of above the exhaust, the crossover and the exhaust, is going to be 2 bolts on the front side of it facing the front axle.
Okay.
So we're not actually going to get into the threads there unless you spray up between the inspection plate and the transmission body. You can try that. Just get something on it. So while we're down here, you can kind of see the rust we're dealing with. This thing is rusty. So we got some weight reduction in the bumper. Core support seems to be gone. Yeah, most of it's gone. So, oh cool, mirror bumpers. That side's just as bad as this side. Neat.
That's pretty neat.
Anyways, he asked me if I knew anybody that would buy it for scrap. And I said, I'll buy almost anything for scrap. And he told me what it was, and I was like, running 460 with a good set of wheels and tires? I'll bite. So we bought this thing cheap, like scrap cheap. I think since we know Roger and he knows a lot of people that we know, and a lot of people we know watch this channel, I'm not going to tell you what we paid for it, but it was affordable. All right, kiddo, I'm going to have you get underneath here. And let's look at how much slop we've got in that clutch pedal. So move the clutch pedal, just like grab it and shake it and see how much, no, back and forth. No, sorry, forward and backward.
Huh?
To the floor and back. Okay, now before you feel it hit anything, see, is that all slack? I can't see, I'm holding the camera. So get on your back. Okay.
On my back?
Flip over and put your head on the floor and look up underneath there. Okay, do you see the clutch assembly? It comes from this pedal over here. It actually crosses over behind the brake pedal, and then it goes through the firewall with the clutch master cylinder over here.
This is all play.
That's all play?
Yeah.
What's moving? Is it the lever on this side?
The lever on this side before it gets into that piston thing. Do you see what I'm talking about?
I can't see the camera. Okay, swap. Let me get over there.
Oh, hot seat, hot seat.
Look right here on camera. Number one, all that slop you're seeing is in the worn out master cylinder push rod. That bushing is definitely worn out badly. But this little arm up here, I know is slotted or keyed, or I can't remember what. There's something, it's able to be moved to adjust when you're clutching gauges, and sometimes those strip out. And it could be that that's supposed to be out another full turn or or keyed position, and that's part of our problem too. And now I'm seeing play up in that bushing up there too. I think we've got a whole worn out pedal assembly here, which is a big pain in the butt, but it's fixable. Maybe. So Roger, which he said 3 or 4 years ago, they had a similar problem with this, and he actually had a brand new clutch installed. So I'm thinking it's probably not a throwout bearing problem. It's probably not a frozen clutch. So that's new information. So
Why can't we just tow it in neutral?
okay, that's a great question. With a manual transmission, if your gears are not engaged in the transmission, it's not picking up oil and oiling the gears and shaft.
Oh.
There's no external pump that runs on these. So if we towed it in neutral, it would be spinning the transmission because the rear axle would be driving it's the output shaft, but it's coming into the transmission. It would be spinning it dry, and we'd get it home with a burned up transmission.
That's okay. We're gonna scrap it, right? We just need
Well, not if it's just a bushing or a linkage problem or a new clutch pedal assembly. There's a box that goes up there under the dash. I mean, if it's something that's less than $100, I think we'd be hard pressed to scrap it, except that that bed is very interesting to me. The bed is almost gone. I mean, it might be usable. I don't know. Oh man, Caitlin, I just had a great idea.
What?
This bed might be salvageable as a base for your truck to build the bed. For your 41?
This is my 41 Ford with a 7.3 Power Stroke in it.
What if we cut right along here and this piece right here became the base of our frame, and we could build a deck in between. We could build it whatever width we want, cut the front off. We can utilize the tailgate here somehow. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. This frame right here though, especially because these are made to put 2x6s in.
Oh.
So you got side rails.
Yeah.
That could be the start for a really cool bed base. All we'd have to do is build some framework in between to put the deck on.
True.
Whether it was diamond plate or wood or tech deck or whatever it is we want to do. And it could provide a ton of scrap metal, like this, all this flat stock metal.
Yeah.
Like we could use this. We could use this bed. This is like 1/4 inch plate back here that's been fixed. I don't know. Roger, if you're watching, I already told you this, but for everyone else's sake, if I end up selling this truck, I'm going to give Roger more money than I paid him for it because I don't need to make a bunch of money off of a friend. So if it ends up being fixable and usable and we pass it on to the next guy, Roger gets his money, we get ours, everybody's happy. Guys, if you like what you're seeing over here on the channel, there's a couple of great ways you can help us out. First off, give us a like, a share, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Leave us a comment below. Let Caitlin know what you think she's doing right and what her dad's doing wrong. But there's another way you can help us out, and that is by visiting crossthreadgarage.com and finding yourself some great Crossthread Garage merch. Guaranteed, never worn before, not sweaty. That includes our brand new hats. So I know I got these out too late to be good to you for 4th of July. Don't listen to that cat. She's in heat and she's crying for some Tom down the street. If you can't hear that because my mic's really good, then just ignore everything I just said. That would be weird. Insert cat noise. You can go to crossthreadgarage.com, get yourself some stickers, t-shirts, a new hat. Hats are back on the store. Got a few of these available right away. The rest will be shipped once they're available. But everything we make on the store goes to help Caitlin build her 41 Ford. So you're not helping me. You're not even helping some random channel on YouTube grow bigger and make more money. You're helping this kid right here buy the parts and pieces that are necessary for her to build her dream truck. So we appreciate the support. Now back to the stuff you'd rather see than sales pitch for merchandise. Okay, so one of the things we need to figure out here is what works and what doesn't. So I'm going to put it in gear and try and start it. And with it in gear, I'm going to see if the clutch will disengage when I let off the pedal, even though the pedal doesn't return. Let's see what happens. There is a pond behind me, and there's a truck in front of me. And I care more about my truck than, unfortunately, I do Roger's pond. So we're going to start it in reverse, I think. Well, that happens to be forward. Also forward. Also, you left the key on from when we were checking the mileage. So we're gonna need the jumper cables that I didn't bring with us.
It was on for 2 minutes.
Well, it was more like 10 or 12, and also hadn't been started in over a year. So that's cool. Maybe Roger's got some jumper cables. It's about 198 degrees out here, and the sun's shining directly on us. So I think we're gonna get this home to our driveway where we can get a little bit better use of tools and a little more shade from our trees, and put the old shade tree mechanicking to work.
Yeah.
We had big plans to pull that drive shaft right back there and just strap it up out of the way. However, I do not have in my gear wrench toolkit star bits. Those are in my toolbox at home. Now I'm thinking, oh hey, cool, fossil. Look at that. That's neat.
That's pretty neat.
What are you doing?
Found a fossil. We need a star bit. We don't have a star bit.
I should starve it.
We're gonna have to probably go home and get it.
No.
Come back. We're not that far from home.
Stop bouncing everywhere.
Okay, updates. We have the star bits, but on the way home we realized the fans weren't running. And so troubleshooting the fans led me to the conclusion I either don't know how to use a multimeter or I've got an electrical problem here somewhere. So we just quickly hot wired the fan to the, let's see, the radar terminal for the fuse block there. And so that is now running all the time, which is not so bad when it's 95 degrees outside. We'll fix that later. Also alerted me to a small fuel leak. It's not as bad now, but this injector is leaking. You can see all this is wet and oily here. It's actually coming out of there. So I did go ahead and use my camouflage wrench. By the way, whoever decided to camouflage a wrench clearly never worked on the ground in their driveway in the fall in Ohio, because I'm missing about half of these bad boys here. Anyways, now it's tightened up. The old dodgy Chevy lives on. That's one. That's two. All right, let's get those two, and then we'll pull it forward and spin it around and get the other two. Before you start towing a vehicle, always confirm it's out of gear. Let's see what we've got in here. I do not see the toolbox. toolbox. What did I say?
You said a toolbox.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver right here?
Oh, yeah. Let's try that one. Wish it was a flathead, not a Phillips, but we'll try it. Let me look back here and see if there's a screwdriver down in the seat. Oh, hey, jumper cables. Guess we didn't have to go home. But if we hadn't, we wouldn't have got the fan fixed.
Did we even bring
and
jumper
found the
cables
leaky
with
injector.
us?
And
Did we forget to grab jumper cables?
we did forget to grab jumper cables, but it's okay because they're right there.
White word.
I got the star bits. Ooh,
This is kind of nifty.
pry bar.
Look. Johnson Johnson for steak cake.
That's what we needed right there. OSHA approved. All right, Caitlin's getting a strap out of my tool barrel and popped these caps off. Don't want to lose these bearing caps though. So, see these, Caitlin?
Yeah.
We don't want to lose the needle bearings out of those, so we're going to pull those. There's two. Now, we can just push this. I think we can run this out and actually just run the ratchet strap now that this is... It's all rust.
Put it, I don't know, somewhere under the cab. As we lose pieces of the truck.
Here's the dilemma.
8% battery.
We got to be somewhere in about 20 minutes. And not here with this truck. So we are probably going to leave this until tomorrow night. I've got a little bit of research I'm going to do tonight on that clutch pedal assembly and bushings, and we're going to get this thing towed home one way or the other, and we'll be on it in the driveway tomorrow after work. So I will see you then.
Peace.
It's the next day, and it is once again hotter than a kangaroo's pouch in August.
It's hotter than the barbecue sauce my dad bought off the dark web.
It's hotter than a coal fire out here.
It's hotter than a porta potty at the county fair, next to a chili dog stand.
It's hotter than your mom.
Dad, that's sick.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Your mom's way hotter. All right, Caitlin, I think you're going to want to get in here.
Too hot. It's hotter than the vinyl seats in this truck are gonna be.
Woo, get the windows rolled down. Oh, get the air conditioning turned on for sure. Whew.
Does this thing actually have air conditioning?
No, I was talking about the side glass. Door buzzer started working again. Okay, so we've got a couple of options here on this tow strap. I think we're just going to use a soft shackle here. Get this around here, so it's not sitting up there waiting to pop off that ball. So we've got this around one of the front I-beams. I think we're going to put this around the other one. So we'll go up here like this. That should work, probably. All right, so keys in the on position, so the steering wheel's unlocked.
No, it's not.
It is unlocked. You don't have power steering because it's not running. When it's rolling, you'll be able to steer it. Actually, maybe we want this thing running so you have power steering and brakes. I mean, you'll have brakes, but power brakes would be nice. Put your foot all the way on the clutch and see if it'll start, or if we need to jump it. Stop. Now let's see if it'll start. Let's let it run for a little bit, see if it'll charge. Well, we should have got that on camera, but we didn't. All right, now I've given Caitlin the finer points of being towed, flat towing here, which basically consists of keeping between the fence posts. So that's what we're gonna try. This guy's really tailgating me. That did good, huh?
Yeah.
Woo, it's a little hot in there. Your back's soaking wet. Oh yeah, that big 460 big block just purring like a kitten. Looks like the kittens are gonna have a nice place to catch mice. It actually runs really well. It doesn't smoke. I mean, neither does the truck. Caitlin's gonna go ahead and shut it down. Well, Caitlin, I think we did okay. It's got a safety. The old style Ford. You gotta push this forward and then turn it backwards. Key's down there if anybody wants to steal it. All right, well, Caitlin's already had her bottle of water, so while I drink this one, she's gonna be unattaching, unhooking. She's gonna be unhooking, sorry, heat stroke, the, the truck.
Do you know the phrase, laughter is the best medicine?
I am familiar with that phrase, yes.
I'm pretty sure whoever thought of that never tried tickling as a cure for diarrhea.
Thanks, I'm feeling much better already.
Do you have diarrhea?
No, because of the laughter, dork. I don't have diarrhea. So, for those of you who might be joining us for the very first time, let me give you a little context on what I was saying yesterday about this bed and Caitlin's 41 Ford.
This is my 41 Ford with a 7.3 Power Stroke in it.
So we've mocked up, not mocked up, we've installed a rear mount radiator here, a set of old saddle tanks for battery boxes. Caitlin made those doors. We got the exhaust mounted up here with a hard mount there, rubber mounts below it. But we need a bed. Now we're probably going to use the rear dually tires off of that truck on this one here. Oof. Actually, looking at that now, I don't know. It's the first time I've really thought about this while standing here looking at it. That center hub might be too big.
Fine, we just bought the truck, brought it home, only to find out.
It's like 4 3/4. That's perfect. Like it's made for it. Yep, 5 inches. Just like I said, 4 3/4. Right there. That's why we bought this thing, is those wheels and tires.
Because we measured.
And we paid less for the whole truck than what those wheels and tires would cost me to buy in that condition off of Facebook Marketplace.
Girl math.
Well, this time it's dad math. I'm a dad, not a girl. And we need a bed that can be custom built that's about 6.5 feet long and about 7 feet wide.
7 feet? Oh,
Well,
yeah, that checks
It's gonna have to go from here to that far on the other side.
What? No. Make it as wide as the saddle tanks.
Okay. That's still about 7 feet.
Yeah, but you said here. That's preposterous.
Okay, maybe we won't make it that wide. I've been thinking that we needed to find an old grain bed to be able to use the outside frame rail of the grain bed to build a custom bed frame. But I think if we cut this right here and right along here, and we cut this off the back, cut the headache rack off, and right inside here,
Use the plasma cutter.
we can use this to tie these pieces together, shorten it. But then we've got two good, mostly solid, a little bit of rot there, but we can clean that up. Mostly solid side rails that are nicely patinaed. I mean, they could be 80 years old or they could be 25 years old here in Ohio, which they're about 30 years old. So I think I decided we're going to leave the strap on for now, just in case we need to move this thing out of the front yard. So just drop the hood so it's not going to rain on it. But hopefully that 460 is a good usable engine for something other than this truck, because this truck is probably going to get scrapped. I think that's what we've decided. Now you're asking yourself, what are you going to do about the clutch?
I don't know.
Guys, here's the deal. I'm going to try hard the rest of this year to get more than 2 videos a month out. And if I'm going to do that, we may not be able to finish a project every single week. I mean, I know that's not a surprise to you that have been watching for the last 10 months, because that project on that 41 Ford is not finished. And it's been 10 months. But by that I mean like micro projects, like fixing the clutch. Like that might be a couple weeks from now. We come back to this once we've got some parts ordered up. I don't know. Maybe we get back to the 66 Ford when we can install some hydraulic lines and make the brakes work on that 66 Ford dump truck first. So that means for this week, we're done.
We're done, son.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate everything you do for us. What do you do for us? You know, oh, you watch our videos. That's awesome.
And you buy merch.
Appreciate
and you subscribe.
And you leave us a comment and a like and share this video with your friends, family, grandmothers especially. They love Caitlin. So we'll see you guys next time.